Joao Felix is traveling to London to undergo his medical to join Chelsea officially on a loan deal that has been agreed with Atletico Madrid. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? Smash the like button guys and continue subscribing to this channel because today we've woken up when we are just left with is it 200 subscribers to hit 10,000 subscribers. And guys, continue to subscribe to this channel because the more you subscribe, the more you're going to get you more and more and more and more. And thank you guys for watching in. Yesterday, Fabrizio Romano went ahead to put out this tweet as far as the deal of Joao Felix is concerned. He said Chelsea are now expected to close in on Joao Felix deal in the next 24 to 48 hours as final details of agreement with Atletico Madrid are being finalized. All parties ready to prepare documents and get it signed. Full package around 11 million euros, salary covered by Chelsea. That is Fabrizio Romano. And he told us that yesterday that they're expected to agree this deal in the next 24 to 48 hours, meaning between 1 and 2 days, the deal is going to be done and dusted. And guess what? El Chingo, one of the biggest TV stations coming in from Spain, have pictured a player known as Joao Felix traveling from Spain to the airport to head to London to undergo his medical at a stadium or at a place known as Cobham, where Chelsea really trains from and where they conduct their training sessions from. And he are the photos of Joao Felix. You see him, he was traveling and driving with his wife. You see his circle there, Joao Felix heading to London, close to his move to Chelsea, or on move to Chelsea. And this is Joao Felix for you, being driven to the airport to really go to a side known as London and then be unveiled after successful medical that is going to be conducted today, meaning that in the next 4 or 5 hours is going to be in London, ready to go ahead and really undergo his medical. And this is the same car that was driving him to the airport, caught on camera. But I don't want to play the video because I don't have the copyright of the video and my channel might get striked if at all I play it. But the fact is, the boy is on his way to London to undergo his medical as scheduled by Chelsea, and Chelsea have really gone ahead to do the needful and really win the rest. Now, the Sports Witness, as far as Joao Felix story is concerned, have told us that Joao Felix, Chelsea transfer to be made official in the next few hours. Player traveling to London for medical. Atletico will save or make about 20 million euros from a deal. That's it, fee plus wages. And how do you explain that? It's simple. If they pay 11 million euros to Atletico Madrid as loan fee, that means they would have gone ahead to save that amount of money, plus the salary of close to 9 million euros that is going to be paid to a player known as Joao Felix in the next 6 months is going to be at a club called Chelsea. That is how much a team called Atletico Madrid is going to be saving. Then we'll use funds to bring in a replacement. That's what we are being told. And the good thing with Atletico Madrid, they have really a very good scouting system. When you look at the players they're having right now at Atletico Madrid, they are really well scouted. Condobia, who knew about Condobia? I never knew about Condobia, but I just found him at Atletico Madrid, and is one of the CDMs that is really doing a very good job at Atletico Madrid. Now, the likes of the Coques, this guy that really went ahead to really hit the end of his career when he's just 26, whom they loaned at Chelsea and really had a very bad spell. What is his name? That left-footed Spanish guy that was really on top of everyone, but he really flopped at Chelsea. And I think Chelsea have used that connection they had with Atletico Madrid because they had already gotten in that player last season, and now they have gotten in Joao Felix to come in and really did. But they are going to get in another player to go ahead and really be as the replacement for this player, because Matthias Cunha is at Wolverhampton, where is not returning, and then Joao Felix has also left. Those have been two centre forwards, meaning that they're only left with Griezmann and Morata that can lead the line, meaning that they have to go ahead and really bring in another player to get it done. I think the reason as to why they are doing it, it's simple, because they are knocked out of the Champions League. Not so? They are in the UEFA Europa League, according to me. That's what I know. Because in the group where they were, which team was there? I think they are knocked out of the Champions League. Not so? they are knocked out, so they have no reason of really keeping an expensive player, yet they're not going to bring in money for this player. That is Sports Witness letting us know about this Joao Felix story. Then Mateo Moreto is telling us that this deal is really happening, and obviously Joao Felix is traveling or will be in London today to sign his loan. Atletico Madrid and Chelsea have reached an agreement that has already been confirmed. So the lad is on the plane to a side called London to undergo his medical, and when he arrives, we'll be here letting you know that Joao Felix has touched down London at Cobham. He's undergoing his medical. When the medical is done, we are going to come here and really let you know that he has passed the medical, it has been successful, he has been given such and such shirt number, and is going to hold up the shirt. And Chelsea want to do this early enough, because if he's unveiled today, he's going to start training with them on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and over the weekend when they are playing their next Premier League fixture. This lad is going to be there to really represent and play for the club of Chelsea, because Graham Potter is really on pressure. He needs to see himself win a game of football, and if at all you have a signing like Joao Felix, you need to get him onto the pitch as soon as possible. And so that's it. Now let's go to some bit of Jacob's Ben talking some Trossard. Trossard is really one of the most talented players that have hit the Premier League by fame this season, especially at Brighton. Now, Trossard is one of those players that can play as a false nine, he can play as a center midfielder, he can play on the left and on the right. Literally, he can play all the four positions up front. That is Trossard. And he has really gone to score very many goals under Graham Potter and Dizabi. Now, we are being told that Brighton winger Leandro Trossard was offered to Liverpool some point over the past 2 months, but the Reds very quickly made it clear there was no interest. Now, I think Dizabi and Brighton are really having a very huge plan. They've got to know that if at all you become a very good team at scouting players, bringing them on the cheap and sell them expensively, that can really bolster your income. You get? Just in the summer, they sold one player called Cucurella at £65 million to Chelsea. And that was a left back. They are having Caicedo is being valued between £65 million and £70 million, meaning that he is going to move on because Liverpool are really interested in him. Chelsea and Manchester United, they are really looking at Caicedo, meaning that they are having some 60 to 70 million pounds next summer. Now, Trossard is going to cost close to 60 or 70 million pounds. There is McAllister, a player that really played for Argentina until the World Cup final and they won it. He's also one of a player they've picked interest in, and they want him to really stay. They want him also to be sold because they know that they are going to sell these players. 3 players are really likely to leave Brighton. So what they wanted is they wanted to let Trossard go in the United final, such that they really get in that money and really looking for replacement as early as possible. And Dizabi has shown you that even if he's not having Trossard, Lallana is turning into a monster. You get, he's scoring in goals. Danny Welbeck is scoring in goals, so it looks like they are trying to go out and bring in other players that are really good to see to it that they match the level of Brighton, because when you're at a level of Brighton, you have to accept and admit that this kind of player we are having now has surpassed the level of playing for our club. You have to accept and admit. And if at all you don't admit it, then you fall or you become a culprit. The player will strike, put in a transfer request, and obviously you won't really depart at good terms. So, as things stand, Trossard was offered to Liverpool and Liverpool said no. But now teams like Arsenal, Chelsea, Newcastle, and very many others are really looking for a way of signing this player, and very soon you are going to hear that Trossard is being linked to another team outside, another team that is not Liverpool. Now, lastly, this story has really blown me away that Barcelona are interested in signing Wilfried Zaha from Crystal Palace. At Sport, it's known for really putting in trash stories. I can't believe, and it's nowhere near close, all to be accepted in this transfer market, that Barcelona are interested in signing Wilfried Zaha. Yet yesterday, David Austin gave us a story that Wilfred Zaha has decided to run down the remaining 6 months of his career, all of his contract at Crystal Palace. And he will decide on whether to stay at Palace or find a new club in the summer. So right now, he has no reason of leaving Crystal Palace, and Crystal Palace is also not willing to really keep or to really let this player go, because they know that if you sell Wilfred Zaha, however much he's going to be a free agent in the summer, he is one of the best players that has been scoring you goals. That means you are really letting go one of your highest source of goals from your team. So in the situation where they are, they don't want to be relegated, meaning that they've made a decision that you rather stay in the Premier League and lose Zaha than selling Zaha at the cost of like £20 million or 10 or 15 and really get relegated. Because when you get relegated, you miss a lot of money. Crystal Palace might earn close to 250 million pounds at the end of the season if at all they stay in the Premier League. But if at all you are relegated, you are losing out on a lot of money, and obviously you won't be able to keep these players. Yet they've gone ahead to really have good players that everyone is looking at. The Ezes, there is this other left guy that plays as a right winger, Ayu. When you get relegated, these players are going to be sold on the cheap. That's it. So that is it for a team known as Barcelona, but I don't agree that they are really interested in Wilfred Zaha because they're having Ansu Fati, Ferran Torres, Rafinha, Ousmane Dembele. Which other player? I've seen the game they beat Atletico Madrid. Xavi really got Pedri and played him off the left attacking side of the midfield. And I believe at the age of 30, there is no way you can go in and bring Wilfred Zaha to do what? I think Barcelona can't go in for Wilfred Zaha. They'll go in for a different player altogether. Unless otherwise, they've admitted that it has really come to a level of bankruptcy. And they cannot really buy in players. But with them and their plan, I believe they cannot go in for Wilfred Zaha. There are very many other good players that can go ahead and really be gotten, that can even be gotten on a free. Look at Firmino. Firmino is going to be a free agent in the summer. They can get him. Barcelona can get him and he can go ahead and really do a very good job for them. And there are very many good players that are really going to be free in the summer. Look at Moukoko. Is it Moukoko? That player, is it 16, 17-year-old player? 17, 19-year-old player for Borussia Dortmund. His contract is running out in the summer. Barcelona can go out for such a player, but not Wilfred Zaha. So guys, your reactions to Joao Felix traveling to London are welcome in the comment section below. What are your thoughts about him joining Chelsea? Then, what do you think about Liverpool turning down Trossard? Don't you think would have been a very good addition to their team? They went in for Cody Gakpo and they never went in for Trossard. And lastly, your thoughts on Barcelona wanting Wilfred Zaha. Do you think it's true? To me, I think it's a big no. They are not interested in him. But at Sport, known for putting out trash stories, has gone ahead to really put it out. Rokani David is my name. I sign out for now. See you later and good afternoon. May the Almighty bless you abundantly. I'm out.